we are looking at what I have as my space, which is my office, and it's also an entryway. So right now my desk is separated from the entryway and it kind of fits well in here. The main issue is that if I don't keep a clear space, I tend to lose my focus.
I'm Sierra Sullivan, and so yes, I wanted to just finish what Rono was speaking about. So you look around, and depending on where your threshold is, having a lot of clutter, having a lot of stuff everywhere, piles like this, like what is this stuff? You know, ultimately, what's in here is, you know, stuff that needs to go to the Goodwill. So it's been neatly packed up, but it's still clutter. And what clutter represents is bandwidth. Bandwidth. Think of yourself like a computer. You are an operating system, and if you have a lot of programs running at the same time on your computer, you might not notice at first, be bopping between programs, but ultimately it's going to slow down your machine. It's going to, you know, create a situation where things aren't operating as efficiently and effectively. So think of it that way. It's the same thing. When you've got all this stuff running in the background, you're not operating as efficiently. Okay, so winter's now over. It's officially spring, at least up here in upstate New York. And yet we still have this winter decor, which was nice for the holidays. It was nice when there was still snow on the ground, but now the snow's gone and this is still up. Now this represents a lot of dead energy. I mean, it's literally dead. We've got dead, you know, branches on our mantle. So this is holding energy. Nature is blossoming right now. We're in springtime, things want to blossom. So all this dead energy is no longer serving its purpose.
First things first, when you're doing a new space or when you're changing seasons, the #1 thing, it's so simple. Get a box. I'll be right back.
A box, get a box.
I found a box.
There's a box. What do you know?
Thing about putting it in a box is, believe it or not, we all have emotional attachment. So we have emotional attachment to all these things.
Our dear friend gave this to him.
But this lighter I got in New York when I was there with the guys on my trip.
And this was the flowers from my mother's funeral.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
So I want to come back to the flowers of my mom's funeral and how meaningful this piece is, because as we go through our stuff, this is a big, big, big component for most of us. We're like, oh, but this has such a deep meaning and it's from that memory, from that thing that happened, and if I put it away or let it go, I'm gonna forget the memory, right? So we fill our space with memories, physical things of that time, so that we can be reminded of that time. Now, it is beautiful that these are flowers from my mother's funeral, and it is beautiful that a woman who created angels for our Christmas decorations created this beautiful angel for me and my sisters and I, from the flowers from my mom's funeral. It's beautiful. You couldn't get more touching. However, it's like, okay, so I'm holding on to this for that memory. Now, is that memory necessary? Do I need to have that memory around? Maybe, maybe not. Is it nice? It's beautiful, yes. So I'll probably find a place for it again. But I just want to bring it to your attention because this is the things that keep us stuck and keep that energy stagnant. So am I moved on from my mom's funeral? Yes, it was 12 years ago. Do I still hold my mom dearly in my heart? Yes, she's in my heart. Do I need her to represent in a dead flowers, beautiful angel portrait? Maybe not. We'll see.
Bonus tip #1. put like things with like things. It took a long time to figure out that if I put all the extension cords and adapters that extension cords use all in the exact same place, that no matter when I needed an extension cord or something that would plug into a wall, I'd just go to one box or one location and find it all. So put like things with like things. Don't spread it all over your house. Don't put it all... I've got old stuff down here, and I've got all this new stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the new stuff on top, and the old stuff on the bottom, and it is a must that I have to go through this. Once this is clean, and I have just a box of everything in it, that's all the stuff I have to go through, so it's just a project, then I have a clean environment, and I have a box that most of my emotional attachments have been removed from. And because of that, I can go through them quicker because it's in a box. So you go through it, and you find that so much of the stuff that you thought was important isn't as important as you thought it was, and that you now have an opportunity to get rid of things that aren't helping you or serving you or making you money or making you happy or making you healthy, and clear up more and more space.